So I'm here at the duplex strainer, duplex seawater strainer. It's probably why they painted it green. You really don't need to paint the whole thing green. Seawater is the color, green is the color for our seawater hand wheels. You don't need to paint the whole thing the color of seawater. So I've got a duplex strainer here. This is the suction side, and behind it is the discharge side. So in the middle, between the two baskets, there's what's called a plug valve. So it's a wedge-shaped valve with openings in there, so you can line it up from one side to the other side. So at this particular point, I don't know if you can read it from here, but it says in use, and there's an arrow pointing there. So this particular basket is in use, which means this one over here is not in use. So assuming that you set this up properly, that this one has been cleaned and is ready for action. So in the event of clogging or something, and we start losing seawater, we can shift the strainer from the one we suspect is clogged to the one that should be clean. And it's just as simple as rotating the plug valve until it seats the other direction. So now the flow is coming in to the plug valve and it's directed to that strainer basket, back to the plug valve, and then out. So this one is effectively isolated. Now, one of the things on the Ironwood, the Chief Engineer's Officer's standing orders clearly identifies that anytime you're working on something that has one valve protection to the sea, which in this case this does, there's only one sea chest valve between this point and the ocean. So if that kind of maintenance is going on, it's under the direct supervision of the chief engineer or a designated staff member. So I've got a strong back here which is holding the cap down, and I can just loosen that up a little bit. Now I would expect to have a little bit of water coming out, but it shouldn't be spraying out. Now you notice I didn't just loosen this all the way and knock this out of the way. I'm going to kind of move it a little bit, so if something catastrophic were to happen, I can lock it back down. Let's say I get to that point and I got water spraying out, I can either hit it back, lock it down, and then I can go back up and regroup. So there's a little tab right here that's kind of out of position. I usually like to have them over here so you can get a hold of them. And I'm just going to jiggle it. That's an industry term, jiggle. And at this point, I don't see no massive flooding going on. So I'm ready to take the next step, loosen this up a little bit further, move this dog out of the way, and I can lift the cap out. You notice it has a gasket on it. It also has this zinc plate in here. So zinc is a sacrificial anode, so the electrolysis doesn't affect or deteriorate your metal surfaces. Now it smells like a fish tank. Oh, it even looks like a fish tank. I don't know what kind of fish that is, but I'm pretty sure it's not legal to keep. There might be more in there. Oh yeah. This is completely clogged. So this basket's going to have to be emptied out and cleaned. It almost looks like poop. And it kind of smells like it. But it's not. So I'm going to go wash my hands now. But I'm not going to walk away from an open basket like this. Just going to clean it off here a little bit. Put this on so I can get to those tabs next time. And I'm going to dog it down because I'm going to walk away from this for a while. And if something should fail, between here and the sea chest, I'm not going to sink the boat. So I'm back. I went and washed my hands. But what I did do between now and then, after I washed my hands, was I went ahead and opened up the sea chest. And I'm going to do something that I'm going to do just to check okay, I'm good. I'll move that dog out of the way. Cap off. And I'm going to slowly shift back to this basket. I'm below sea level right now, so I expect water to come in here. What I want is clean water. I kind of expected a little more flow than that. I think my sea chest is clogged.